guys, and welcome back to Create, Nourish, Move. Here's a short yoga video for you that I really think helps with anxiety. So yoga can help anxiety because it helps us to combat feelings of low self-esteem. It helps to root us into the present moment and heal our nervous system. So these are a few poses I love to use if I'm feeling sort of anxious. They really make a difference, and I hope they'll help for you too. So we'll start in child's pose. You can go ahead and bring your knees wide. Bring your big toes together and sit your hips back towards your heels. And then reach the arms out in front of you. Let the belly be soft, so try not to hold it in. We're just going to let that go. And rest your forehead on the floor. So the space between the eyebrows can feel a massage as you rock your head from side to side. Yoga is a form of self-soothing. Even just a few breaths starts to bring our nervous system out of fight or flight and into the parasympathetic nervous system so we can relax. And as we breathe and relax, we can feel ourselves in this moment instead of worrying about the next moment or the moment that happened just before. Take a full breath in and a sigh out. And then bend your elbows. Reach your hands to the backs of your shoulders from your child's pose. You can wiggle the elbows a little bit further away from you. Keep the hips rooting back towards the heels. You can stretch under your triceps. Full breath into the belly. Breathe up towards the collarbones. Pause and hold the breath in and let it out. Feel that tension release and dissipate as you breathe out. And then draw your hands out in front of you. Come on up to hands and knees. 2 rounds of cat and cow. So drop the belly, look up. And exhale, round into the upper back. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. And exhale, round. Come back to neutral. And then bring your feet off to one side so you can sit down. And seated, you'll bring the bottoms of your feet together and the knees wide. Supta Baddha Konasana will fold in. Forward folds really help with anxiety. There's that turning inside. A little bit of protection, but we're still opening at the same time. So chin drops towards the chest. You can hook the elbows or the forearms on the outside of your shins. You can even have the heels a little bit further away from you for this one, so you have some more space to fold. Again, belly's really soft. A lot of times our anxiety and tension's held in the gut, so we're going to let it go so it has some room to breathe. Let your knees drop down and fill the lungs from the fronts to the backs to the sides. And let the tension dissipate as you breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Again, breathe in. And breathe out. And then slowly come on up. Please extend both legs long in front of you. Okay, so you can bring the flesh out from under the sits bones and root down for staff pose. So first just bring the hands by the sides of the hips, press into them so you can lift up. And then bring your arms up with you as you fold. So heart goes forward, chest goes forward. Your hands can rest on something, so it doesn't have to be your feet. It can just as easily be your shins, just as beneficially be the floor, somewhere where you can hold on to and get the spine to move super long. From that place, drop your chin towards your chest and breathe. Just breathing more slowly helps to combat those feelings of frustration and worry. Helps us ground down and notice what's really happening. What's really happening in this moment. Another breath in and out. One more deep, slow inhalation and long, smooth exhalation. Walk your hands in, slowly come up, and we'll end with one of my favorite poses there is. So if you have a wall space nearby, you can use that. Or if you have a block, you can place that underneath your sacrum. So you can use anything. You can use a cushion, a house pillow, or just bring your legs up. So here's your options. Lay down. Either just bring your legs straight up into the air and let the blood flow in the opposite direction. You can also take a block And put that underneath your sacrum, your low back on the lowest height. Bring the legs up. Let the blood flow down and let the legs drain. So we use our legs a lot. This helps drain everything and often give us a fresh perspective. My favorite way to do is up the wall. So legs up the wall, because you can stay there even longer this way. You bring your hip to one side of a wall, and then you'll slide the legs straight up so you can relax down. So this isn't about stretching the hamstrings. It's just about getting a really nice inversion. So someplace where the heart is above the head and we can flip the blood flow in the opposite direction. So stay here with your legs up the wall. Come to a deeper breath. Just to settle into your pose, and just notice if already, just with this few moments of yoga, the anxiety or worry or stress is starting to melt away until it's barely there. It's time for you. This self-care makes all the difference in the world. Nothing to do here, nothing to change. I invite you to stay in your legs up the wall pose for as long as you have. You can stay up to 30 minutes in this pose. But for now, we'll come out. So you're going to walk your feet down the wall and turn off to one side. So I like turning off to my right side. And then you press down to come up. And remember, you can pause that video and stay for as long as you like. Otherwise, meet me in a comfortable seat. Hands to your heart. Send yourself gratitude for taking the time to relax and unwind and practice yoga for anxiety. So namaste. And thank you for looking into different forms of self-care. If that's something you're interested in, we have an awesome online retreat called Back to You with tons of self-care practices that can help you with anxiety, better sleep, and just coming back to a routine of loving yourself. So thanks again, and stay wildly well.